So when people approach competitive situations, and going for a grant is a competitive situation, they have different mindsets. And there are two dominant ones in the literature: a learning orientation or a performance orientation. A learning orientation is when you are going into this situation with the attitude, it's a chance to learn and develop. I like learning, I enjoy it. No matter what happens, I'm going to learn. And there are meta-analyses, for example, by Payne, 157 studies that shows that learning orientation predicts job performance over and above personality and intelligence. So this is a powerful thing. If you've got a learning orientation, when you make mistakes, you want to learn. You're open to feedback because you're interested in learning. You're confident to try new things because it's okay to mess up because you're interested to learn. You're responsive to training. So people with this learning orientation learn better in training. And you're more likely to stretch goals and be proactive. You're more likely to take a few risks. Let me now talk about the other sort of orientation, and I'll be totally frank and say that for a lot of my career I've had this sort of orientation. And that is where you're very strongly focused on your own ability and you wanting to prove yourself in an achievement situation. And there's two types, there's approving and an avoiding. And the research shows that the most problematic type is when you have an avoiding performance orientation, which means you try to avoid any situation where you might not perform well. Okay, so you sort of withdraw. If you think, oh, I'm not going to be great at this, so I'm going to stay away. And you can see how this actually is going to perhaps inhibit your growth and development and learning. And actually, there's a lot of evidence that this sort of orientation inhibits your job performance. If you're focused on your ability, and your ability is always mixed up in these situations, you'll be worried about making mistakes because you think that will show that you're stupid and incompetent. You will prefer to stay in your comfort zone. You won't stretch yourself because stretching yourself is risky because you might not look good. You will tend to withdraw effort. So you'll try something, give it a go, but if you don't get it, you will withdraw quickly because, again, you don't want to look stupid. So what does this mean for grant success? I think it means that if you experience a performance orientation, first of all, it's perfectly normal, but it would be good to reflect on how this sort of thinking is holding you back. And try to think about it from a more learning perspective. And that's why I'm saying if you're building other goals into this, if it's rejected, you're still achieving your other goals.